This is relatable because ako gyud ang tipo na tao nga dili jud ko ganahan og LDR. Because the first person that I had a long distance relationship with, my ex that was an American, he knew and understood that I couldn't deal with a long distance relationship, so he would fly home from the US every month to see me, every 2 weeks actually, to see me and ask me to marry him. We met in like May and asked me to marry him in November. And it was because of that rule that even my current husband had decided to marry me right away, because again, I couldn't handle LDR. Because my principle is I can't deal with somebody or get to know somebody even if I am right next to them. So how can I, get to know them if I'm not with them? And in your case, you already wasted 8 years of your life waiting for a guy who can't even keep his promises. Because if he really wanted to be with you, he would be with you. Unless there is a reason why he isn't. Like financial constraint. Like he couldn't afford to go and see you as much as he wanted to. In my case kasi, me and Ed, at first I didn't really want a relationship. Kaya dapat tilaw-tilaw rabaya me. And he was very adamant that he didn't want that type of relationship. And ako pod, I really did not want, a long-term relationship with a guy nga walay saktong plano para sa amo ni Tony. Because I really don't want to waste my time. So literally, if you don't know what you want by the time that you meet me, then please don't waste my time. And don't waste your time as well. And in your case, if you're asking for my advice, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to wait 8 years. Prior to meeting Ed, prior to even meeting my first fiance, I couldn't handle a relationship that would be longer than 2 years. I have this thinking that if you can't decide what to do with me in 2 years, let's not waste each other's time, because 2 years is already a long time. A year is already a long time. And that's what happened to me. In 76 days, I got married. And we're trying to figure out this whole marriage thing 1 year since we got married. Actually, more than a year now, because it's already June. We got married last year, April. If you're asking me, I'd leave. I will not stick around and wait for a guy to decide what my value is, because I will never allow anybody to measure my value. If you value yourself and your time, you wouldn't be wasting it. 8 years? Na naman kay anak bes. Grade 2 na imong anak anang 8 years. I mean, in my case, grade 2 ba, grade 3? Kasi Tony good 6 years old, grade 1, grade 3. My goodness! Get out of there! I mean, well, sorry you're asking me. Ako manggod, I can't buy a car if I don't test drive it. So, dili na pwede sa ako ng wakay lami. No? Una. So, unsaon man ninyo og long distance mo? Sige lang kag kinamot. Hoy! What an insult. I mean, to me, nangutana ka. Ang ako is, how will you know you bought a good car if you don't test drive? And I guess Ed liked the model. He married it right away. And I love the model too. I like the smooth ride. So I married him right away. But again, you asked. Ang ako magod is that word of honor is very important to me. That is one of the things that I really hold very important in my life. When a person holds true to their word. Palabra de honor. Because for me, it is the most expensive thing to have these days. Word of honor. Because a lot of people will say one thing and they will do something else. And in your case, that's what's happening to you. You have a boyfriend, like you said, has been in your life for 8 years. But in the 8 years, he's made you wait. Day ako, I don't have patience. My patience is as short as my legs. What ko'y pasensya. If you can't decide what you want to do with me, leave me alone. Do not waste my time. My time is expensive. Because in my case, I have a son who depends on me for my life decisions. So I can't wait around. In your case, if you're single, you don't have a child, then it's up to you. But again, what do you feel and what do you think is best for you? If you know that this guy, kasi mafe-feel mo yan, okay? You can feel Because you can see his actions, how interested he is, the effort that he puts in. Because a guy who is not interested in keeping you or wanting to marry you won't. He won't. Because if he wanted to, he would. You know, that's true in some cases. Because that's always been the case for me in my relationships. Because I don't nag a guy to do something for me. Because I always assume that the guy I'm with is as smart as I am, or even smarter. So meaning, I say something once and it sticks. Because if it doesn't stick, then you don't respect me enough for it to stick. It's really that way. Kasi you can't really tell a guy to do something. And in your case, you really haven't learned, I guess, to put your foot forward and say, you know what, I don't want this. I don't want to wait around for broken promises. I don't want to waste a day because you've already wasted 365 times 8. That's how much you wasted. And my God, 8 years and wait, kiyod? Hi! Zay! You'll age faster. My godness. No? Uy. Cannot imagine day na ko'y uyab day. Oh, you know man good sad. Dili mang... well, as an uyab man good, dili ko ing anak ka inclined mukiyod as an uyab. Because of course, di ba, di mo sad ko ganahan maburos. Pero, karong nabana na, no! No! Ba't mo gana? Lain-lain mo ko priorities. Ako man good, because I had Tony, and I was just looking for a relationship to see if I could still do it, you know. And when I met Ed, we sort of were, you know, inclined to agree to each other's standards when it comes to relationships. And ikaw, you settled for that. Do you want it? Are you still happy? Because if you're still, eto ha, whatever my opinion may be, if you're not happy in your situation, leave. But if you are happy waiting for a man that will break all of his promises, then don't expect anything more then. Because you really will have to live with that. Okay? I hope it makes sense. Because if you ask me, I will not stay longer than a year. Actually, no. Di gyud. Because ako from the very start, sa unang hubok pa lang sa akong pantiday, sure na jud na ako sa Ed. Sa unang hubok pa lang niya. Gyud. Namanti man ko atong first time nag-meet ni. Ako mo siya gingnan. Actually, kato, ako iniingon nga. Tilaw-tilaw naman ni Bash. Bernis man siya niabot. So, tilaw-tilaw na ni Bash. Lakaw na kaglunis. Bye. Dili man. After unang tilaw, niingon man dahil mag-shargaw ta pagkaugma. Dito na. Sa shargaw ni Ingon, nga hikta na lang tika, ay, maubabes. So, muna siya diha. You have to decide. Kaya ako, wala magukoy panahon. I always think that my every day is my last day. So I have to make sure I don't have regrets. I don't do idle time. I have quiet time, but I will not waste my time around a guy that either doesn't value me, doesn't treat me well, doesn't give me the love I deserve, because I know exactly what I deserve. And I'm not settling for anything less than that. Because with or without a man, I can function. I can live well, and I can raise my son well too. So that's me. Okay? But of course, as somebody who was never in a long-distance relationship for a long time, I can't really relate to your situation. Okay? 8 years? My gas! Na ako'y grade 3, anak doy. Okay? So I hope this makes sense, and I hope it helps you a little bit. And again, dagan pa kay laki diyan, day. Dalian na dayo nag-download ang Bumble. Ingat!